Hey everyone, welcome back. Dr. Glassmoyer here. Happy Sunday night. This is what you might call a come as you are party. If you take a look over my shoulder, you can see what's happening here in my life. It's all packed. It's all natural tonight. Makeup's packed, clothes are packed, you name it, it's all packed. And I'm off for a very, very exciting, wonderful adventure. So I promised you a video and here it is. We were talking last time about this video being on how to break the connection, how to break the emotional and energetic connection that you have with this person who has been hurting you and pulling you back into his life over and over and over again. The first thing that I want you to recognize is that it's going to be painful. In the very least, even if it's the worst relationship imaginable, you have gotten into a routine and a rhythm. You're used to this person being in your life. You will miss this person in many ways. Maybe not, but for most of you, it's hard, this pulling away. Second thing I want you to remember is no matter how this happens, no matter if there's another person involved, no matter if your spouse, mate, left you, or if you decided to leave, guess what? I want you to claim this right now. You are in the driver's seat. You have control over what happens next. In the past, the narcissist has drawn you in to where the separation between the two of you perhaps no longer existed. And so the confusion, the lies, the gaslighting, the defining you, the telling you who you are, telling you no one will love you the way you were loved in this relationship, telling you you will never make it out there on your own. All of these things that are so hurtful and so demeaning and so frightening, and just after they come out of this person's mouth, what comes next? The reassurance, the claims of undying love. Even if they walked out and slammed the door and you haven't heard from him in a long time, guess what? They show up again. Whether it's days, weeks, months, years, they show up again, and the hoovering, the sucking you back in begins once again. So I want you to know this is completely within your power. Completely within your power. If you've not yet seen the video on no contact, please go back and watch it. Watch it several times if you have to, because I'll tell you from personal experience, if you crack that door, if you leave any chance for any kind of contact, this agony is not going to stop. It's going to continue, and it's going to show up as sweet, nice, claiming undying love. It's going to show up as accusing, demeaning, talking about you behind your back, threatening, rage. It's going to show up in the full gamut, because when this person wants their way, nothing is going to stand between them and getting their way. So if you are in the picture at all, you're at risk. You're at absolute risk. I know it's more complex if there's kids involved, and I'm going to address that further in another video. I've talked about it a bit in the past. So we're going to look at that. If you don't have children, I don't care if you've been with this person for a year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. This is your decision. And once you decide that it's not for you, that it's hurting you, it's hurting your emotional health, it's hurting your physical health, it's hurting your spiritual health, you no longer need to think about, is he trying? Is he telling the truth? Is he not? On and on and on. That's his side of the street. Let him deal with his side of the street. All you have to look at is this working for me, or is it hurting me? Where am I today compared to where I was a year ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago? Love should enhance your life. Love should bring happiness to your life. And I don't mean some Pollyanna utopia, but when you look at the broad brush of the relationship, healthy relationships have more positive than negative. Toxic relationships, he may be talking positive, but when you really look at the experience itself, it's very hurtful, very confusing, very twisted, and very, very damaging to you. So when I say no contact, I mean no contact. This is where you will regain your sense of self. You will regain the ability to stop obsessing about him if you are, to stop thinking about who he's with or who he isn't or how that relationship is. It doesn't matter. What matters is that it's time for you to reclaim yourself, to reclaim your life, to reclaim your joy, and to reclaim your power. It's time for you to move on. Once you have implemented no contact, there's going to be likely a lot of feelings. Feelings are something that we need in our life. They inform us. They guide us. One of the things without judgment here that is not a good idea is to numb them out. The glass or two of wine, the margarita, the sitting down and smoking, excessive shopping, whatever it might be, the things that we use to numb out, just be aware, check in with yourself, pay attention to it. Is what we need to do right now in the midst of what we want to escape from because it hurts, is to allow it in. Put your hand on your heart when it aches. Close your eyes, look inward. Ask yourself, is my heart open? If it's open, even the most painful of emotions will flow through. They may come again and again, and after a while they'll hurt less and they'll come less often. If your heart is closed, what we do in the midst of incredible pain is close our heart around the very thing that we need to let go of in order to move on with our life. So just start paying attention. Is my heart open? Can I feel this emotion and release it? Even if I feel it again and again, you'll see the difference. Pay attention. Or am I closed? Am I clenched? Am I holding this in? You might also ask yourself the question, can I let this go? Whatever it might be. Thoughts about who he might be with, thoughts about how it was in the beginning and why can't it be that way, thoughts about missing him, thoughts about really painful stuff. It doesn't matter what it is. I want you once again to go inside, close your eyes and ask yourself, can I let this go? Oftentimes the answer that comes back is no, 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 no. And in response to that, if not now, when? We choose how we're going to spend our life. And every moment we have is precious. And the only moment we have is now. So without being cliche, yesterday is gone. It's truly gone. And if we carry the pain forward from yesterday, we are causing ourselves distress. Sure, it's going to be there. That's why we need to open ourselves, feel it, grieve it, and actively let it go. Worrying about tomorrow. What's going to happen to me? Am I going to get a job? Am I going to be able to support my kids? Am I going to make enough money? Is he right? Is anyone ever going to love me again? I'm sure you can relate to these things and many, many others. Tomorrow will come. Today, this moment, right now, is when your life happens. And it's precious. We're not guaranteed anything beyond the moment that we are in. So be mindful, be aware. Rip that Band-Aid off. Close the door. Don't let him access you. Check in with yourself. Is your heart open or closed? Don't numb out. We have to feel it to heal it. We truly do.